Presence, Mastering Confidence and Overcoming Fear by Amy Cuddy. Unlock your full potential with authentic presence. Discover how to face challenges with confidence, free yourself from anxiety in high-pressure situations, and perform at your peak while inspiring others to do the same with Amy Cuddy's audiobook Presence. What's inside? Confidently tackle challenges. Learn to approach obstacles with a confident mindset rather than giving in to fear and regret. Liberate yourself from anxiety. Discover techniques to remain calm and collected in high-pressure situations. Perform at your best. Understand how to maximize your performance and inspire those around you. What you'll learn: the true meaning of being yourself. Explore the essence of authenticity and how it empowers you, making everyone believe in you. Gain strategies to earn the trust and confidence of others. Drawing strength in trying times. Find out where to source inner strength when facing difficulties. Overcoming imposter syndrome. Learn how to recognize and conquer feelings of imposter syndrome. Focus points. Seize the moment. Don't let life pass you by. Take proactive steps to live fully and confidently. Self-perception. Reflect on your internal dialogue and how it shapes your actions. Effective listening. Let others speak and truly listen to understand and connect. Understanding imposters. Realize that even imposters don't doubt themselves, and use this awareness to overcome your own doubts. Memory and growth. Reflect on past experiences to learn and grow from them. Body language. Recognize the power of body language and how it communicates confidence. Focus point 1. Don't let your life pass you by. You know that feeling when, before an important event, everything completely slips out of your head? It's so disappointing to miss out on a long-awaited opportunity because of fear, shyness, or anxiety. After it's over, you realize how many witty jokes and accurate remarks you could have made. But don't rush to get upset and blame yourself for missed opportunities. There is a solution, and with the following information, you will soon be able to master it. So fasten your seat belts and get ready for an intense, expressive dive into the concept of presence. As you might have guessed, presence is not only physical. There is also conscious emotional involvement in the current moment. It includes expressing your thoughts and feelings in alignment with your values, being flexible and adaptable to different situations while being yourself, responding to others and interacting appropriately. Your mental state deserves no less attention than your appearance. The power of presence is easy to underestimate, yet it has a global impact on your life, your sense of self, and the perception of those around you. Although quite complex, it is no less fascinating and valuable. Next, you will discover captivating insights about making a lasting impression on people, boosting your self-confidence, and most importantly, being authentic. Focus point 2. What are you like in your head? Self-doubt, timidity, and confusion often result from not knowing yourself. Ironic, isn't it? It may seem impossible, but you can live for many years without getting to know yourself. But your story is worthy of attention, as it includes a life experience, a way of thinking, your approach to overcoming problems. Analyze these categories and use them to create a narrative about yourself and your life path. Let your story highlight your strengths and ability to learn from mistakes. Tell yourself about your qualities frankly, but do so kindly and lovingly, without undue criticism. Remember not to focus on your failures, but develop a different perspective when thinking about yourself. This way, you can honestly say that you made the most out of every bad situation and that they enriched you. Additionally, changing your perspective to a more positive one can significantly impact your mental health and well-being. Moreover, accepting your past will allow you to improve your future. Self-confidence is very noticeable from the outside, and when you change your internal narrative to a more encouraging one, the people around you will also begin to treat you with more trust, respect, and interest. Consider all the tragedies, disasters, and misfortunes you have experienced when shaping your inner story. Don't hide them. Instead, Use them to ensure that you remain true to yourself despite all the difficulties you had to go through. Recognize that despite all your weaknesses and disadvantages, they have not prevented you from becoming a capable person committed to values and openness. This awareness will give you inner strength that you can always hold on to. Shape your own stories to reflect triumph, even in failure. Only by fully accepting yourself and believing in your story, where you are a positive character and a brave protagonist, can you truly open up to people, overcome embarrassment, and be tolerant of the imperfections of others. At the same time, you will notice how the paralyzing fear of appearing different leaves you. It is after this point that genuine interaction and sincere communication begin. Focus point 3. Let others do the talking. So you no longer have to fake confidence since you accept your story as imperfect as it is, with its ups and downs. Your self-belief becomes authentic and natural, visible in every aspect of your behavior. Relaxation replaces fussiness. People can feel this as the calm energy you radiate because your thoughts, words, and gestures are in harmony. And this authenticity will ensure your success in the most critical moments when you need to be fully present, like interviews, exams, competitions, public speaking, difficult conversations. But that's not all. One skill that will dispel any remaining embarrassment and nervousness is true listening. Everyone wants to be heard, even those you may disagree with. This skill instantly sets others up to cooperate with you and seek mutual understanding. By allowing people to talk, listening to their point of view without interrupting, and expressing interest with your facial expressions, you give them a rare gift that helps them open up and relax. This way, you stay true to yourself and help others to also be themselves around you. Moreover, listening gives you time to ponder, so you can only voice thoughtful, well-articulated ideas. When anxiety clouds your thoughts during negotiations, causing you to make awkward jokes or talk excessively, use this technique to regain control. Stop and try to slow down. Focus on your breathing and body sensations to ground yourself in the present. Admit that you got too worried. People value authenticity and respect the courage to confess vulnerability. Take a moment to gather your thoughts before answering. Don't be ashamed. It's better than blurting out the first thing that comes to mind. Even at the most crucial times, your psychological comfort is a priority. Being present does not mean being in control. It's about being a human in a shared space where everyone can express themselves honestly and be heard. Focus point 4. The space where past, present, and future meet. Dealing with ego has a trick. Whether we say its effect is beneficial or harmful, it would be an ego statement. So instead of coping with it directly, we should look beyond it, at consciousness. It's our indispensable and the most mysterious part. Scientists still can't determine how it's formed. Chopra believes that's because consciousness is the beginning of everything. Through it, we can access meta-reality that lies outside the material world. In a sense, it resembles the cloud that contains all ideas from the past, present, and future, which makes it a source of infinite creativity. Everything is interconnected, so each of your deeds counts. We needn't go back in time to see more examples of connecting to this cloud. In an interview with Chopra, a modern math genius who made breakthroughs at age 12 unintentionally confirmed how meta-reality works. He explained that instead of doing calculations to find a solution, he just asked himself a problem question, kept it at the back of his mind, and soon the answer appeared. However exceptional it may sound, this experience is more common than it seems. Have you ever seen someone for the first time and known they're your future spouse? Or, at 14, did you know what you wanted to do for the rest of your life? These are all messages from consciousness that guide our path. Similarly, it orchestrates everything in the universe. The life of the red knot is a vivid example of this statement. This bird breeds in the Canadian Arctic and winters in the southernmost regions of Argentina and Chile. Migrating red knots take a break in Delaware Bay on the east coast of the United States. They arrive there precisely when horseshoe crabs have laid their eggs, which become food for birds. The eggs will hatch if red knots are late by a week, undermining the bird's survival. So the timing of all these processes is far from coincidental. Did you know? Although the wingspans of red knots are around 50 centimeters, during life, they fly almost 390,000 kilometers, the distance between the Earth and the Moon. Focus point 5. True self leads to true happiness. We all experience the connection with meta-reality in exceptional cases, like inventing something new or having insights that encourage us to change direction in life. The good news is we can make this connection last longer by using a method known as the direct path. It rests on the notion that, except ego personality, there are two more versions of self. An unconscious self, although it's typically associated with bottled negative emotions and hidden desires, the truth is much more positive. It's a source of inventiveness and intuition. For instance, it allows us to understand what places or people are ours, and where we'll feel like a fish out of water. A true self. This is a level of genuine fulfillment. Being in harmony with our true self means concentrating on the fact that we are, not who we are. In other words, instead of searching for happiness in becoming someone or gaining something, we appreciate our existence in the world. It doesn't mean we should abandon all ambitions and settle for what we have. We can continue working toward our aims, but feel valued and fulfilled at any point on this path. The ego always wants more, making satisfaction elusive. 3 versions of self are interconnected. Any of them may become dominant at different times, influencing how we perceive life. For example, the fight or flight mode is essential for the ego, while the true self lets us feel we are a unique and indispensable part of this world. It makes the latter a vital component of the direct path. Direct in the name doesn't mean fast. Yet, at the same time, it rejects stereotypes of waking up as confusing and arduous. Chopra believes that what can make a journey to metahuman difficult are wrong expectations, such as the following. Or assuming you know where the path of waking up will take you. Aiming to become the one whom others perceive with awe and admiration. A wishing that meta-reality would make all challenges disappear. We should replace these expectations with striving to be real and achieve personal freedom. This motivation will help us set out on the direct path. Focus point 6. Step-by-step guide toward metahuman. The first checkpoint of the direct path is to base self-image on the phrase, I am. We should identify with existence instead of attaching ourselves to some essential, but inevitably limiting traits. It allows us to accept all aspects of our personality and see ourselves as a part of the whole. The here and now principle is the only way to be genuinely present in life. The second step is paying attention to the sense of self. To train this skill, we can use the following exercise. Let's imagine we attend some debating club on firearms regulation or legalizing drugs. We should express our opinion on these issues and then give arguments in support of the opposite point of view. This exercise helps us notice that the self remains the same even when we convey opposite ideas. The third essential skill is becoming more aware of the body, which comprises countless simultaneous processes. For instance, the epidermis cells, or top layers of the skin, renew themselves regularly. The speed of this process depends on age. It lasts around 2 weeks for babies, while it takes longer in middle age, around 28 to 42 days. These simple exercises will help to increase awareness of the body. Breathe slower or faster, and observe how it influences your heartbeat. Close your eyes and focus on sensations in your body, like stiff or relaxed shoulders. The fourth step is harnessing the power of our mind. Ideally, we should be masters of our attention, directing it toward our intentions or higher purpose and noticing wrong ego statements. Yet, our mind is usually filled with thoughts that lead in different directions and evoke emotions that cloud judgments. This exercise helps us to improve attention control. Just after you wake up, look at the ceiling for a minute. You avoid the temptation to close your eyes or entertain yourself with thoughts. The trick is to look at the ceiling before the ego launches its story, reminding us about today's agenda. The only real necessity is to be here now and allow life to unfold. Deepak Chopra, MD. Deepak Chopra. Conclusion. The mentioned principles are just information. Practice will turn them into knowledge. With time, they will become your experience. Although the path to being a metahuman isn't fast, you will feel other benefits right away. Valuing yourself more and depending less on external rewards. Getting better at recognizing your beliefs from secondhand assumptions. Connecting with reality by living in the here and now. Feeling fulfillment more often and for longer. Another crucial advantage is to see more opportunities in life. Experts in wine and perfumes train their senses to recognize hundreds of tastes and smells unknown to non-professionals. Similarly, you can open many doors that the majority doesn't see simply by consciously searching for them. Train your attention for opportunities. Try this. Watch the video, Releasing a Stranded Octopus, and it thanked me on YouTube to get inspired by how conscious nature is. Take the online NETI questionnaire to discover more about spiritual traits and yourself. Introduce a direct method into your weekly schedule. As we conclude this journey, remember that language is magical. It connects us, bridges cultural divides, and allows us to express our deepest feelings. Let's cherish the beauty and power of language and continue to explore new audiobooks, uncovering new insights and forging meaningful connections. Stay tuned and keep on exploring knowledge on our channel MediaDeem, folks. It's the key to a world of wonder and wisdom. Keep listening and incorporating the knowledge into your conversations. The more you listen, the better you speak. See you next time.